Hi guys, good morning. I just wanted to have a really quick training on how to create your own website outside of the one that Archer provides for us using Wix. Okay, so there are a lot of different companies or brands out there that you can go with in terms of creating a website. I personally have used Wix, so I'm really only familiar with them. Okay, so I wanted to just show you from scratch what it looks like when you sign up, how to actually create and build that website. And then from there, you guys can then decide in terms of your design, your layout, templates, all of those things. Okay, so Wix is actually very easy to use. Okay, so let me just create an account. Okay, so I created a different email address for the purpose of the recording. So then we're going to hit sign up. Okay. This is if you do not have a Wix account. Okay. All right. So now that you're signed up, it's going to immediately take you here and it's going to ask you, what are you or who are you creating this website for? Okay. So you're going to say, I'm creating the website for myself, my business, or a friend. Okay. That's what's going to apply. All right. And then it's going to ask you, what kind of website are you creating? Okay, so you can put, it's like a free text box. So you can put travel agent, travel agency, travel blog, travel forum, whatever it is that you want to put. I personally put travel agency. So we'll hit next. And then it's going to ask you the name of your business. Okay. And this you can change at any time. So don't feel like you need to rack your brain and decide on a business name if you haven't already done so. Okay. So for the sake of the example, I'll just type in luxury destinations. Hit next. Okay. So now it's going to ask you, what are your goals? What's the purpose of you creating this website, right? Are you looking to sell products? Most likely not, right? We're offering services, we're promoting a business, we're collecting leads, sharing knowledge, building a community, right? So these are different things. Obviously, you select what is going to apply to you, okay? Now it's going to ask you in terms of different apps and services that you want to include on your website. Okay. So it's automatically going to build in bookings. Okay. So we may not offer bookings the way as other businesses or agencies do. So personally for me, I have chat set up on my website. Okay. So people can come and chat with me if they have questions, if they stumble upon my website. You can also do forums. This is where you can then collect leads, right? You can do a blog if you want to. And these are some different apps that you can then add to your website if you wanted to. But for the sake of continuing with the example, we'll just leave these three, okay? You can add more as you see fit, okay? Now it's going to say, let's continue setting up your business in your dashboard. Okay. So your dashboard, think of it almost very similar to your back office in Evo, right? So this is kind of like where you go to get everything set up, like everything just to kind of keep on track, your settings, your account info, right? So what happens with Wix is it's going to give you tasks and steps, right? In order for you to get your website fully up and running. Okay. So it's going to have steps 1 out of 6 completed because we updated the business type. Okay. The site type, but now it's going to want us to connect a custom domain. So in order for us to create our own website, we are going to have to have a domain. Okay. So let's say I wanted to do luxurydestinations.com, right? I'm going to hit let's go. It's going to search the web. And it's going to tell me, is this domain available? Okay. So luxurydestinations.com is taken. Okay. So it's going to say, is it yours? Maybe you already own this domain because you purchased it before, right? But let's say you didn't. So let's say you want to switch the name to Luxury Travel Destinations. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a .com. It can be a .net, .org, .info. So this is taken, right? So the point of me showing you this is you need to have a domain in order to have your own website with Wix, okay? You can purchase your domain through Wix, so that way it's, I wonder if I can just maybe do a .org, so that way you guys can see. Okay, so luxurytraveldestinations.org is available. Okay, so let's say I wanted to purchase this. I would hit get it. Okay, now the moment I hit get it, it's going to make me upgrade my account. Okay, so I'm going to be fully transparent with you. Wix is not free. It allows you to create an account with no setup in terms of billing or anything like that. But in order for you to have a domain, like to connect a domain because you have purchased one already, and to do different features on your site, you are going to have to upgrade to a paid account. And I will show you guys exactly how much it is. I will go on to my account and I will show you how much it is. I'll be 100% transparent. Okay. So you can purchase your domain through Wix. I personally have purchased it through a third party. I think it was called namecheap.com. And then because I already had the domain, I just connected it. Wix literally walked me step by step in terms of how to connect the domain. Okay. So let's go back. All right. So we're going to skip this section. Add your first service. So it's going to say like, this is where, we have like that booking feature on the account on the page. Don't necessarily need to do that. Okay. So you can skip that too. Set up payment methods, unless if you're going to be accepting payments on the website, you can skip that up too, or set it up too, or skip it if you wanted to, or just, it's totally up to you. However you want to do that. Okay. So let's go back to setup. Design your website. Okay. So this is where I want to show you guys. But before I do that, along the left-hand side, this is going to be your menu. Okay. So this is the dashboard. As I said, this is where you can go to see all of these different features on your website. Okay. So there's a mobile app if you wanted, or there's a branded app. You can create an app for your website if you want it. Okay. Contacts. This is going to actually keep track of all of the contacts that have come to your website and have submitted their contact information. Communications. So again, anyone that is sending you a message, either via chat or inbox, forms and submissions, all of that stuff is going to come here. Marketing and SEO. So this is perfect because Wix literally provides you with ways to get seen on Google, right? That search engine optimization. Okay. So it's literally, it connects everything with Google. So for example, my website is connected with my business domain and my website domain, right? So if I have made an update on my website, I can select SEO and it's going to tell me, okay, you made an update. Let's make an update on your SEO. So that way it shows on Google. Okay. So it gives you a lot of marketing options, email marketing tips, Google ads. You can even post Facebook and Instagram ads through here, social media marketing, logo maker, business card. So look at all of these options that it gives you, right? So you can go in here, play around with it if you really wanted, and we're interested in kind of diving into that. Okay. Analytics and reports. So this is actually going to give you obviously analytics and reports based off of the traffic that has come to your site, people that are seeing your site either on a Google search, people that are actually clicking on your site. What are the pages that people are visiting the most? What are the keywords that people are putting into Google? And that's how your page is coming up, right? Billing and payment. So this is obviously if you are accepting any billing and payments on the website. Okay. Obviously settings, booking channels and apps. Okay. So let's get to design site. I'm going to show you guys that quickly. And then I will show you get found on Google. So that way you can see then how to optimize your site. And then I will show you then my website. Okay. So when you click on design site, it's going to ask you, do you want Wix to create the site for you just based off of what you kind of already selected and populated, or do you want to just do a template? I personally selected a template only because it's very hard for me to kind of like take a blank canvas and create something of my own, right? So sometimes having a template is a really nice foundation because you can use that as your basis, as your base, and then just build from there. And you can still edit and make it your own, even though there's a template there. Okay. So this is personally the template that I used. Okay. You can go through and you can see which template you like. If you like any one of these, right? There's several pages. Okay. So I'm just going to use the same exact template that I personally used for my website. So we're going to hit edit. And then it's going to take you, once it loads, it's going to take you to the website editor. Okay. And it's going to give you kind of a little tutorial of this section, right? So literally this is how your site is going to look like. It's not published. Nobody sees it yet, right? This is kind of like still in the works, right? The blueprint. So you can edit your page and see how it's going to look in live time. All right. So before we get started on editing on different things, the left-hand side, this is going to be your menu. Okay. So you're currently on the home page. You can switch between pages. You can go to the about page. Now, when you go to the about page, it takes you to here and it's a completely different setup. You can switch to book online, same thing, completely different setup. Okay. So when you go here on the left-hand side where it says add elements, this is where you can add things to your current page. Okay. So let's say you wanted to add a button meaning click here or read more or something, right? So this is where you would go for that. Or let's say you wanted to add a strip to kind of separate the boxes, right? You could do that. A decorative type of item, a box, gallery, right? So like an image gallery, you can certainly do that, right? A menu, contact forms, some music, interactive like slideshow type effects, right? A list, an embed code. So this is like if you have maybe like an affiliate link, or if you maybe have like a banner, like an affiliate banner or something through one of the vendors and suppliers that we use, this is where you would actually go to input it. So you would have to click this, and then it would then have to be this this first one, I believe. Social, if you wanted to add social media, little widgets, and then connect your link to that. So then now when someone clicks on the Facebook icon, it's going to take them to your Facebook. Payments, again, payment buttons, the blog, if you wanted to do that. So essentially from here down, these are going to be different apps. Okay. But from payments and up, these are different things that you can add to the page that you're currently on. Okay. Now that's under add elements. Now under add section, this is if you are currently on your home section, home page, sorry, and you wanted to add a section in between this picture and where it says this is our story. Okay, so you can add different sections. So a welcome section, about the team, contact us, promotions that you have currently going on, services, a subscribe, call to action, testimonials, so reviews that have been given and left by clients, or different client. Obviously, this would probably be something that we wouldn't necessarily work with, but this is like our happy clients, like different brands and companies that we work with. Okay. Pages and menu. So this is if you wanted to add pages to your website. So for example, we only have 3 pages here, as you can see: home, about, book online, right here, home, about, book online. So this is actually going to give you an opportunity to add, rearrange. So let's say you don't want this to say book online. Let's say you want to rename this and you want to say services. You hit done, and now this changes to services. Okay. Sign up and log in. So this is like a feature that you can have if you wanted to offer that, like where people can then sign up and become members of your site. Booking pages, and member pages. Again, so these are just different things that you can add on, right? But this is the main site menu. Okay, site design. So this is we chose a template. This is the theme that we chose. Now you can go ahead and change it. You can change the color scheme. You can change the fonts, the colors, all of those things. Okay. Add apps. So this is where I said you have an opportunity to add more apps. If you felt like you wanted to offer some of these apps, you can. Just be mindful. Some of them are free. Some of them do require an additional payment once you do that. Okay. And then under my business, this kind of gives you like a little window, kind of like of your dashboard. Obviously this is more so like bookings, payments, members area, stuff like that. Okay. Media, if you wanted to upload media, stuff like that, you could. Okay. And then content manager. Again, this is just content manager. Okay, so let me just go to home. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to edit your site. Okay, so we're going to zoom out to 50% so you can see. So literally everything that you hover over, you see how you can highlight it. Everything is editable, if that's a word. Okay, so you can literally edit anything. So let's, obviously my business name I said was, let me just zoom in. I said was luxury travel destinations, right? So now I'm going to just click this text, edit the text, and now I can just put luxury travel destinations. Now, let's say I want to make the size a little smaller because, oh wait, hold on. You need to highlight it, make the size a little smaller because I want it to be on one line, change the font. I can certainly do so. Make it bold, underlined. I can do all of these things. Okay. Now, this was the menu. Now let's say I want to change the color or the design of the header. Okay, so now the header is highlighted, you see in orange, and it says change header design. So I can click that, and it's going to come up with these different options here. So I can make it pink, red, green, however I want to, right? I have all of these different things. Let's say I just want to kind of keep it plain. I can customize it, do a border, corners, all of these things, okay? So let's say maybe I wanted to adjust the height of the header. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller, okay? Everything is already preset, but you can do it, you can customize however you want to, okay? So now let's say you want to change this here. You want to edit this to say your business name again. And you want this to say travel with us, however you want, right? Now, when it says this button, remember how I said you can add a button? Now in the button, it's a call to action, right? It's going to make someone click that button, right? So you want that button to go somewhere. So if you have a button like this, when you hover over it, you see this little chain link. That means it's linked to another site or another page on the website itself, or to another site that is going to open a new window. Okay. So when you hit this linked, it's asking, what do you want it to link to? So now when people click on Let's Go, it's going to take them to a page within your website that's called services. Okay. And it's going to open in the current window. So new window. Okay. And that's it. If for whatever reason you wanted that button to link them to a different website entirely, then you would just hit web address, and then it's going to ask you what that URL is, and you just have to paste it here. So then every single time then that someone clicks on this link, it's going to take them over to that third, additional website. Okay. Now let's say you want to change this, this background. Okay. The whole section is highlighted, you see in purple, and it says change section background. You can click that. Now you can change it to a color. You can change it to an image, you can change it to a video, whatever you want, right? So the images are nice on Wix because when you click on it, Wix has its own like built-in portal of photos, right? Copyright-free photos. So you can literally search maybe travel and see which ones you like, right? Which ones are going to kind of like really fit what you are all about, what your business is about, stuff like that, right? So let's say we want this one, okay? We're going to change the background. And now our picture has been changed, okay? You can explore different layout sections, divide, background, scroll effects. So literally everything is customizable, okay? As you scroll down, you can delete sections. So let's say I don't want this to be here. I don't want this as our story to be here. I can literally just hit delete and it's gone. And now the next section moves up, okay? So you can keep scrolling down. You can decide how long you want this home page to be. If you want to split up these things across different pages, you certainly can, okay? Here's that section where it asks, where it will then be like a call to action in terms of to capture your client's information, okay? So the other thing I wanted to show you guys really quick before I show you my website is the chat. So you see the Wix chat down here. Remember how that was a feature, a service that we added to our website when we were building it. So now let's set it up, right? So we're going to hit Wix chat and we're going to go to settings. And it's going to ask us what we want, okay? So this is the main chat, right? So display. Do you want the chat to be on the bottom right or on the bottom left of the screen? Okay. Do you want the message when a new message comes up? Do you want it to automatically open the chat or just show a bubble notification like this? Okay. So it's really dependent on you, okay? Chat visibility. Do you want the chat available and open across all pages on your website or only on specific pages? And if it's only on specific pages, then you have to specify which pages, okay? Under design, you can put your business logo. So for me, let me just put my business logo just so you can see how I have my chat set up. Add to page. So now my business logo will be here, okay? When the chat is minimized, how do I want it to look? Do I want it to look like a little bubble like this? Do I want it to be flat against the bottom, hovering over the bottom, right? Do I want the background to be black? Do I want it to be tan? The display icon, I want it to be my business logo. I can change that, okay? Text. So actually, hold on one second, because you guys actually can't see. There we go. So see how it comes up here where it says my business name here, Luxury Destinations. It has my logo. And then it says we'll reply as soon as we can. So that's my message here in terms of text, where it says we'll reply as soon as we can, or we'll reply within a few minutes, within a day, within a few hours. So you decide if you want to have that even here, okay? In terms of the message text box, so that's what's going to be listed here where it says type your message. You can also put how can we help you, right? And that's what's going to come up there, okay? So literally everything is going to be customizable. Okay, so now you can set times for your chat. You can set online times and offline times. So for example, a chat form, right? So when you click on that, it's going to take you here. And it's going to, excuse me, it's going to ask you, what do you want to capture from your client, from your lead, right? So name, email, phone number, message. Why are they contacting me, right? This is the form, right? Set the offline form. So this offline form means that whenever visit, like whenever you're not online, essentially, or you have chat hours, they see this form immediately and they have to fill it out in order to send a message to you, right? So essentially forcing them to leave their contact information, right? Okay. Set the online form. So this is when you're actually online, right? You can do the same thing. That way you immediately capture their information, or you can do it after they send a message, right? So it's really going to be entirely up to you, okay? Now, here are the hours, scheduled chat hours. So you can enable chat hours, meaning that literally from Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., your time, the chats will be open. Anytime after the chat is not open, anytime outside of those hours, it'll automatically be set to an offline form, and those settings will automatically kick in, okay? In the event that someone messages you through on your during your chat hours, or maybe even after your chat hours, you'll immediately get an email. You'll get an email and you'll get a notification on the app that someone is messaging you and is on your website. Okay. So this is really nice. So save changes. And then we can go back to the website. Okay. So then that's it with the chat. Very easy to do. Now, anytime you're making changes, Wix automatically updates and saves in live time. Okay. But I personally always just got into the habit of saving and then you can preview. When you save, it doesn't necessarily publish. Okay. So when publish means you're making those changes live now. All right. Whereas saving, you're saving your work, your progress so far. Okay. So let me actually sign out so that way you guys can see my website and how I set mine up. Okay, so this is my website here, Dandelion Travels. Okay, so I'm going to select and edit site. That way you guys can see, look at my dashboard. Looks a little different than how yours would look, right? Because my website is already up and running, right? So here it's going to give me analytics for the past 7 days. So my site sessions are down 57%. And unique visitors down 72%. So this is nice because it kind of tells you, okay, what was I doing before that I was having more people, more traffic to my site, right? You can see for the last 7 days, last 30 days. So even though in the last 7 days, my analytics have been down, my site sessions have been down. If I look at the overall picture in the last month, they've actually gone up by 31%. Okay, or current week, current month, however you want. Okay. So let me also show you the SEO section because I said I would show you that. So this is the search engine optimization. So this is what's connected to Google that will allow you to see your site performance on Google, see how many times people are seeing your site, that it's coming up on a Google search, and actually clicking it, right? So impressions means this is how many times my site was displayed on a Google search, okay, for the last 7 days. This is how many times people actually clicked on my site from that Google search, okay? Now, if I do 30 days here, increase, right? Increase. Last 90 days, overall increase, right? So for the past 7 days, something's been going on. People haven't really been seeing my page, right? So it kind of gives me an insight in terms of, okay, well, what can I do to kind of help increase that for the next 7 days going into June, right? So significant changes. So this is going to, here, I'll show you. So this is going to show you what people are typing in to Google and how many times then my website is coming up based off of these keywords. Okay. All right, makes sense. So this is a very, very nice tool. I personally really like this because it really helps you stay on track. All right. So I have all of my setup checklist complete, but if I were to click on it, yours is going to look a lot different because you're still setting up your website. This is what your setup checklist is going to look like. Okay. So it's literally going to walk you through each step. I will be honest with you and tell you that this is what took me the longest to do. Okay. Because Google really wants you to be like creative to stand out, right? So you really have to think about you know, how to really optimize your site and how to set up these different descriptions. Okay. So let me show you my site really quick, and then I'll show you pricing. So that way you can see. Okay, so this is my website. All right, I use that same exact template that I used as I showed you guys, right? So here's my business name. This is our story, right? So a little blurb about me. When they click read more, it's going to take them to my about section here. And it's going to say a little bit about me, about my family. Here's a picture of us with my dog, right? So just a little bit about me. Now, if they go back home, what makes us special? Some testimonials, so some client reviews. And here's that call to action to kind of put in their information, right? Here they can click on either one of my social media links and immediately get sent over to them, okay? Book now. So do they want to book on their own, right? They certainly can. They can use Viator. Here's my affiliate link. They can purchase tickets for themselves. Here's my affiliate link. They can book Virgin Voyages. Here's that, right? They can explore what Disney has to offer, right? So each time they click on these links, it's going to bring them over to an affiliate link where they are able to actually book themselves, right? They don't necessarily have to reach out to me. As you see, my name is here at the top, sold and serviced by Perla Cerrone, okay? Careers, so if they were interested in becoming a travel agent and wanted more information, right, they can then sign up for one of our informational meetings. Contact us, so this is where they can then submit that travel request form, okay? So then that way I can plan their trip for them. I clicked that one already. Weddings and honeymoon, right? So I have different pages, right, that I personally just wanted to offer, okay? Blog, services, so different services, the different services that I offer, right? It's all listed here, okay? And then here's that chat box. All right. Now, let me show you my plan. Okay. So let me see. Okay, so you can see here, I have my business email linked to Wix. Okay, I did it through Google, but then I just linked it through Wix. All right. I don't think this is the right section. Here, yes, here. Okay, so business email, $6 a month. Okay, that's how much that is. In terms of the actual premium plan, I'll show you when I started, when I did my website last year, it was $171. It was a promotion that they offered to me, which I believe they still have. It's usually $324, but they offered me a 50% off. So I did it for the first year. Now, since the first year was ending, right? They sent me an email in February of this year saying, hey, your plan is going to be, or your premium plan is due for renewal. We're having another promotion, 50% off when you bundle and purchase a, because you can do monthly, you can do yearly, every 2 years, 3 years, and so on or whatever. So the promotion again was to do it in a year. So for a year's time, again, 50% off, or I think it was like 30% off. And each time you kept increasing to their plans, like the 2-year, 3-year plan, you would receive more of a promotion off. So I personally found it was cheaper for me to purchase the 3-year upfront, although it was $324, because I got 50% off of it. And when you divide that over 3 years, I'm paying less now per year than I did my first year, if that makes sense, right? So my first year, it was $172. And if I'm dividing this by 3, I'm paying $108. So I'm saving 70 some dollars each year by just doing it the 3-year. Okay. This was just my personal preference. Yes, it is a big chunk of money, but it's a tax write-off, right? So, and everything is already set. Now, in terms of my domain, now I have my domain, as I mentioned, set up through a third party, but because I don't have it sent through, or I don't have it connected to Wix, it gives me the option to transfer it. Okay. I personally just have not felt the need to transfer it. I just renewed it a little bit ago, like a few months ago, with that third party. So probably next year I'll just transfer it to Wix. So that way my domain, my business email, my website is all in one versus it being in separate locations. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely realize that Wix allows you to customize and do things on your own, right? So you don't have to, you can use the templates that they have, right? And you can just kind of go from there. I will say it took me probably close to 2 months to actually release my website, only because I just wanted to make sure I had everything. And your website can be constantly changing. Just recently, I made changes to it, right? So you don't always have to, like, don't feel like as if you need to have your website set in stone, right? You can make changes as you go. But I personally love Wix. I know that there's others out there that allow you to do something similar. I'm just not really familiar with their pricing. So thank you so much and have a great day.